Welcome to Dad's Drafts.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad's Draft. It's great to have you here. Now, as you can see, we're about to do something different. We're going to do a quick draft of Outlaws of Thunder Junction, but not just a normal quick draft, because it is time to do a little challenge. Now, I don't have a timer. Well, I could get a timer on my phone, which I will, but I am going to try, since I have to do about 40 picks or 45 picks, I will see if maybe I can get a deck together in about 3 seconds for each pick. So that means that my aim will to draft a deck at least within 2 minutes, and I'm going to try and do that. So once I start, I will start my timer, and I will see if I can get a fully functional deck with doing only about 2 minutes for the whole deck. Let's get this party started, and of course let's see if it can be a functional deck. Timer starts. Alright, not taking a multicolored card here. I think I will actually take the Hellspur Brute. And here I like the Mystical Tether. It's a decent removal. Here I'm going to take the Sterling Keykeeper, since I would like to stay in white. Lullaby is not that great. I like myself a Rooftop Assassin. I will take that. Ooh, there's a Marauding Sphinx, but also another Mystical Tether, so I will take that. Vault Plunder is very strong, so we're going into black-white, it seems. Mono Surprise is fine. Maybe we'll splash red eventually. Stagecoach Security is not the greatest, but it's decent. I will not play that. Might play the Overzealous Muscle. Will not play the Guards. I will not play the Slinger. And I will not do. I have 1 minute, so I need to speed up. I will take the Shoot the Sheriff. The whole thing of it entering and getting out of the screen takes more time than I had anticipated. Wow. I will take Honest Rudstein, but I don't know if I will actually play him. Another Rooftop Assassin, I like it. I want to pick up some more 2 drops. Ruthless Lawbringer, so now we want some cheap creatures to be able to sacrifice. So any cheap creature will do. Okay, we're being cut quite a bit. No cheap creatures still. Black-white was reasonably open, but now it seems blue-green is very open. Okay, well, I will not get it done in 2 minutes, so forgive me. Wow, Terror of the Peaks. I'm going to cry. 2 drops, please. It is a 2-drop, and I think it's the best we can get at the moment. That's a very nice 2-drop for this deck, since we want to be sacrificing. I want to take Entrained Earrings, and I will take another Tether. And I do need some more removals. I do need a top end too. Want a surprise perhaps. Just another removal spell, that's fine. Muscle maybe. I should have taken the land there. Stagecoach Security, well, will not be playing Rudstein. I will play this. Top end rather than the spell. And then we actually did it in 2.5 minutes. And I think this is actually a functional deck. Okay, so 2 minutes and 30 seconds to draft the deck. Now let's see what we actually got. Our creature count is great. We have removal spell, we have some top end. I could maybe go down 1 card, but I think this is fine. Okay, let's see how this goes. Now, as always, if you like what I do, feel free to like and subscribe. Or maybe leave some feedback. Now, this is perhaps not the right time to leave feedback because, you know, this is not a premier draft. But during my other drafts, if you have anything to teach me, please, by all means, do let me know. Well, this would be a great hand if we actually had 2 sources of color, which we don't. And now we have most of our top end, so this is not great. But I'll just get rid of the Overzealous Muscle. Okay. Now the playing will not be as speedy as I have to. Okay, well, no 2-drop. I could do this for a token, but I don't think I want to do that. Is he going to put the ruckus on? I think he is. Wow. So this is the reason why I maybe wanted to play 16 lands, because, you know, Arena is prone to flood you. But at least we can plot this. Maybe we can actually draw a 2-drop soon instead of some lands, which would be great. Wow, imagine playing the Stagecoach Security on an empty board. It's gotta feel bad. Would be amazing to exile that. Wow. Please, more lands. Okay, well, I will just play this. And I'll keep up the other cards. Maybe I have to cut one land. We do have 2 6-drops, so... But this is just me and Arena. We've drawn almost half of our lands in the first 10 cards. And this happens a lot to me. Well, just lovely. I'm just going to keep getting some beating. I'm not going to use these on nothing. But now we actually did draw. Let's see, 2, 4, 8. We drew the first 11 cards. We had 8 lands. So as I said before, this just happens a lot to me in Arena. And people say, well, that's just part of the game. Well, that is actually what we wanted. I will wait for them to attack, so... The reason I want to do Consuming Ashes on that is because of the Surveil, but mostly because this will not die, and he will not get any cards. So let's just see if he can... Okay. Well, if he does have a way to make this live, it will be very good for them. But since it is exile, at least they don't draw a card of that. I think the Gigapede is probably better at this point. Okay, well, he does get 1 card from that. So now we could actually start to maybe get in for some damage. But we are at 9, which is not very high. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice late game. Got myself my homebrew beer. I love it. Now we need to get in for some damage. And if we actually trade the Gigapede for something next turn, that would be fine, because we can get it back with a Mono Surprise. The only thing we should be aware of is our life total, because, you know, that's not great. So we have 7 mana at our disposal, and if the Gigapede dies, that's still fine. If he does attack, I don't think he will, but then I will just kill the duelist. Maybe we should have ditched the Vigilante, because we don't have any... we don't have many ways. Well, we have these 2, but we're not going aggressive at this moment, and this is an aggressive card. Okay, yeah, that happens. Nothing we can kill with a Gigapede, sadly enough. But next turn we will just do Vigilante, Lawbringer, kill something. Maybe he does play something now. Wolverine, okay. Maybe he will attack, no, okay. Well, I'll just play the Gigapede anyway. So we can get in for some damage. Sure. Yeah, well, that's just too bad. Now I will attack with both, because if he actually blocks something, that will be in our advantage. And otherwise I will just start clearing the board a bit. I think he will just take 10. Okay, that's very nice if he actually does that. Now let's make sure we double tap black. Get the Gigapede back. Now we could keep that up, but I think I want to expand the board a bit. And I think I want to kill the Sentinel actually with the Lawbringer. Or the Duelist. I think the Sentinel, he's drawing quite some cards from this. And he has still quite some lands to sacrifice. So. Okay, well he will do us 1 more damage now. But next turn, depending on what he plays, we do have some decent attacks. I mean, he can play the Wolverine, of course, but we can kill it. Wow, that's a nice card. Very nice top deck indeed. Now, we can make that into a 2/5 effectively. So we can attack with I think all of them, but I think he will just block. 2/5, yeah. He can't really attack. I mean, he will gain some life, but we can just flash in the Gigapede. Would be great if he blocks the Vigilante. Okay. Well, he will attack with the Faladar and probably all of them next turn, because then he will gain some life. But we can block this in a... We can block it with a Gigapede and kill it. Settle 2, so he might play a target that settled it now, okay. So he will gain 5 life, which is pretty painful. But he will lose the Faladar unless he has a trick. But everything gets bigger, so... And if he does have something, I think we're just dead. I think the land screw at the start really hurt us a lot. But if he does have a trick, he might just use it on a Wolverine to finish the game. And I think he will do that. Okay. Yeah, we die. Yeah, well, we drew many lands at the start, so we were too late with our action, and them top decking the what is it? The pounding Faladar was just great for them. Otherwise, we might have had a chance if we could actually get into racing. Boomborough pre-release tomorrow. I must say I'm really looking forward to it. I have done some research. Maybe at some point I will also make some pre-release tips. I have been thinking about it, but we're kind of busy, doing the garden, changing our where's all our 2-drops at? Changing our kitchen, so we're quite busy. But so I didn't really get to making any pre-release stuff. Maybe I'll just do that at instant speed, depending on what they play. So we can play the Lawbringer next turn. And we do have a shoot the sheriff, so we can kill anything anyway. No, I think we'll just shoot that. We can also play the Lawbringer without a target, since we have more removal. So I think we'll just do that. It's not great, but... yeah, this is just something that has to die. Deep Mud Desperado. That's also something that has to die. Now we can fake a attack because there's quite some tricks in the game, so I think he won't block. If he does block, okay, then I'll just plot this. Reason he doesn't block because black has quite some combat tricks like Skullduggery, but also the, what is it, the 4-mana 2/2 flying lifelink that kills a target that was dealt damage. And I'm quite sure he doesn't want to trade these. Now we might get milled once, or maybe twice even, but now we have a nice attack next turn and we can kill a target. And if we get another mana, we can also get a token out of it, which is nice. Delicious. Okay, so no target. Well, I do play this anyway, so I will just do this, make this attack, and if he trades, I'm fine with it, because we can get it back from the graveyard. Now, he's not really going... it's not really a bad thing for us to be milled, since we can get something back from the graveyard. So maybe we just want to play the medic, but then we... No, I will keep up the unfortunate accident. I want to use my mana in the most efficient way, and if I play the medic, I cannot play the removal spell. So I want to play these in the same turn. So if he kills the Lawbringer, for instance, then I will probably get it back. And then I can use all my mana. And the odds are that they will probably play something now that we can kill. And otherwise I will probably kill the Desperado, I guess. He can sacrifice it in response, so... Sure. He will mill us. Probably mill a lot of lands, since we are missing a land drop. Yep. Okay. So we can get the, excuse me, flying lifelink back. But I'm not sure if we will. This does have mana chase, so... I don't really care about the damage, I guess. I will kill this. I think he will pass now. Okay, well, I will kill the Desperado. Especially if he starts to do stuff with the Deadeye dude, because then milling will go very, very fast. Now we do have a nice attack. Of course, we're not drawing a land. So I'm just going to attack with both. If he does double block the Lawbringer, we will kill the Duelist. And now I think I'll just plot this. But another land would be very nice. I'm not really a fan of the whole squishy squirrel stuff, but you know, I think it was a good deal to get this. I mean, for a little bit of money you got the 2 draft tokens, a seal token and some stuff, so I thought it was pretty okay. And that you get this, well, I think the move is cool. Well, maybe he has a counterspell, so that's important for us to keep in our mind, but we will play the Stagecoach Security and go totally ham. There is our 5th land. I will play it now. And if they do block some stuff, we will get it back with the mono surprise, I guess. But he doesn't have great blocks. I hope he pings us for 1 before it dies, then we know he doesn't have a counterspell. Okay. Wow, he is jumping. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to go for maximum value here. I am going to use the mono surprise to get this. And now, I think our board is looking pretty decent. I hope he doesn't have any removal spell. can drain for 1, so he's effectively at 7. He's also stuck on land, by the way. Okay, so he's at 7. If we attack with everything, he will block these, and he'll get 2 damage. Most of it will die. We can use the Gigapede. I think I'll just pump this. Might as well get more life out of it. I think we have to do this, put some pressure. And we are in the driver's seat since we have the ambush Gigapede. So this will die. We'll put the Gigapede in. Target the Desecrator. We lose 1 creature, they lose 3. I think that's good. He has a 5th land, that's nice. Okay, good game. I didn't mean to say nice that he gave up. I hope that didn't insult him. Okay, 1-1 with our 2.5 minute deck. Let's keep this ball rolling. Now we do have many of the enchantment removal spells, the tethers, but we didn't get to see any of them yet. So this challenge is, I think, the only one you can do in quick draft. Because otherwise you'll have to be waiting for the cards of the other people, and this way it's just computer generated. But I must say I would be impressed if I got, what is it, maybe 3-3 with this deck. I think it's a decent deck still, but I didn't expect it to be anything nice. Okay. Game number 3. Yeah. Well, we can't keep this. We are lacking 2 drops, clearly. Okay, well, forgive me, my burp. Yeah, this is not great. Somehow, I mean, we do have some 2 drops, but not enough. We might probably just make that, I said that last time, but I think we will just make the token at instant speed for the Ruthless Lawbringer to have a target. We have plenty of removal anyway, so... I know it doesn't feel great to use a removal spell for this, but I think it is the right play at this moment, since we have 3-4 mana available all the time. We can curve out very nicely. So let's just see what he has. He does have something. Now I must admit it has been a while since I played this Outlaws of Thunder Junction, so I'm not really aware of the instant flash removal stuff anymore. I would like to draw a card and lose a life, thank you. Okay, that's fine. What do you do? Whenever one of our tokens enters the battlefield, we don't have any ways to make more tokens. Sacrifice another creature, draw a card. Okay, that's an interesting card. I think I will go to combat first. If he does block, I will use the Rooftop Assassin. If he doesn't block, I will probably use the Lawbringer. Okay, Lawbringer it is. I don't think the Pyromancers are great, this card. But I think if you can actually get to turn 5, which he is in now, and you are low on mountains, I think it's pretty good, so I wanted to do that anyway. Sure. That's not good on an empty board. I mean, this is not really impressive too, but you know, maybe we can draw a land and this can get in for some vigilance damage. Still better than just plotting this on an empty board. Do we have many ways to create more tokens? I don't think we do. This would be great to splash in the black-red deck, to be honest. With the enchantment at knife point. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to flash in the Rooftop Assassin and get in for some flying vigilance action soon. I don't want to use Consuming Ashes on that, depending on what he does. And even if he does play a big creature, I will probably still play the Assassin. Because if we don't draw a 5th land for the Stagecoach Security, okay. We can double spell. Yeah. Do we care about the damage? I don't think we care about the damage, to be honest. We can exile it anyway, so I will just plot this, let him attack next turn. I mean, he will deal quite some damage now, but next turn we can block with the Stagecoach Security, and if he tries to make this indestructible with a silly trick, we can use Consuming Ashes, which I think is the best play. Or even the Mystical Tether. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, he does a bit more damage now. Yep. We might also want to kill that. Okay, well, maybe we'll just do this, get in for some life gain. And I don't want to sacrifice any of this for the Lawbringer, so I will just keep up the Tether and the Consuming Ashes. And if he does attack, I will block the Muscle with the Security. If he attacks with everything, of course, I will block the Houseburg Posse Boss. It's a very good card. Especially the haste part, where anything he plays now is just another threat. He seems to have something. Well, this is interesting. So, do I block one of the 1/1s with the Assassin? I don't think I do. So I'll just block like this. He'll probably make it indestructible. He won't. Okay. Fine. If he does nothing, I will use the Tether on the Posse Boss, so that if we draw a 7th land, we can double spell. And I think this is a race we can win with them having 3 tokens and we're gaining 2 every turn. So effectively we are dealing 2 damage and they are dealing 1 damage. Okay. Well, I think I'll just play that. Wouldn't mind drawing some small creatures for the Lawbringer to be of use. I was expecting that. I was about to say that that was a card that he could have had when he attacked with the muscle. But that's also a very juicy target for our Consuming Ashes. That is also a very juicy target for our Consuming Ashes. No, I won't block. I think we need the life gain and the flying. Now a silly 2-drop would be amazing. Wow, he is really going wide. He should have pumped the assassin, to be honest. Okay. Me likey, me likey. Do we attack with both? I don't think we do. This can be a long game if we both just attack with those. The reason I'm keeping up the Gigapede is I want him to attack with something silly. Maybe I just do it now before the Blood Hustlers get too big. No, I'm just going to let this happen. If he attacks with the assassin, especially if he pumps it first, I will use the Gigapede. He will also attack with the summoner, I think, to get a dinosaur maybe. Now I hope he attacks with more than just the assassin, but I don't think he will. Okay. Well, it's Gigapede time. And now he's tapped out more than he should be. Do we have a nice target for that? We do have nice targets, and then I can also use the Lawbringer. I don't think he wants to block with the Gigapedes with the Hustlers, I think. So let's just attack with everything, see what he does. He has to block, so. And if he does double block. I will probably use the Morning Surprise and then the Lawbringer. What are you going to sacrifice, the Summoner or the Hustler? It will be a Hustler, okay. So I'm just going to use this to get the Gigapede back. And then use the Lawbringer, sacrifice the token to kill the Blood Hustler. And then we have a decent blocker. He will probably pump the Summoner attack. Yep. Get a dino, we have to trade. To be honest, I don't really mind. I mean, it's not like he has any good blockers anyway. If he wants to kill the Stagecoach security now, he has to throw in quite some creatures, and he knows that we have the Gigapede, so I don't think he will do any useful blocks. I'll just keep up the Gigapede. I mean, if I would have drawn a 7th land, I would have done the Vault Plunder and the Consuming Ashes. But I don't want to play a Vault Plunder to risk. Well, might as well kill the dino. We don't have any way to pump this. I will use the Vault Plunderer now. And if we don't draw a land, we can just play the Keykeeper. If we do draw a land, I'll just keep up Consuming Ashes. Oh, I could have finished him. Oh, oops. Well, my bad. I assume we don't lose it, but... Okay, well, I am just human after all. Good game. My bad. Just the, what is it? The autopilot taking over. Forgive me. 2-1. Let's keep going. Yes, give me all the coins. Give me all the wild cards I so dearly need. Which I don't. I have hundreds of them. If only there were a way to change the wild cards into something like gems or coins or whatever. I will show you, but I have a lot of wild cards because I don't play any constructed. And it's just of no use. This is nice. Might just play this so I can attack with the settled pairings. I have a hot take, by the way. In the set where you had mutate, you couldn't mutate on human creatures. And I think that makes sense, you know, because a human doesn't really mutate. Now, I mean, it might make sense in a way. Anyway, now I think that, wow, a dry red steam. I think with this set, they should have make it so that beasts could not settle beasts, because that just makes sense. Now, you might agree or disagree, but I want to let you know that I do agree with myself. But I must admit I do agree with myself on many things. Now this is unfortunate. We have 5 mana next turn and we can double spell. Also another reason why you need many 2-drops. Do we want to trade if he attacks? We don't have any ways to make tokens, so I'm not really that fond of Mr. Greywater. Don't mind if he dies. Okay. Well, that's fine. Play this first. I don't need the scrying. Oh, we can make a token. We can make 2 tokens. Do we want to make 2 tokens now? No, we can take 4 damage once more. Our backswing is quite severe, so... And if he wants to kill something, we can just sacrifice it. Okay, well, let's just make sure that we get our card and stuff. Okay. That's a nice nice removal spell. That's also a nice removal spell. Well, I think we just use Consuming Ashes here and use the Mourner Surprise. We don't get to Surveil, but that's fine. I don't mind a Baron. He has a bigger booty. So we have 2 more removal spells for anything he plays. And I think we'll just... let me think. I think I will attack with the Pumped Vault Plunderer. He might just take it. He does take it. I like it. Now, let's just remove that. Let's remove that. And now we have lethal on board, especially with the Gigapede in our hands. Okay. What do you have? Okay, good game. Now the reason I offered the trade is because I did have plenty of removal, and this way, if he thought I was being greedy, which I think he did not block, and we had removal anyway, so we got in for 4 more damage, which in this case is 1 less turn needed to kill our opponent. And I think that was the reason that he also gave up. I mean, if he had 1 more draw step, he probably would have kept going. How about a beer? Sure. It's not great, but it's 2, 3, 4. Can't really complain. I will not use the Mourner Surprise. I would be very glad to trade the Vault Plunderer, use the Assassin and get the Vault Plunderer back. Or use the Mourner Surprise when we have Mr. Greywater. Okay. This is looking very nice. Wow, 3 colors. Okay, well. It is mana cost 3, so we might just exile that. I will just offer the trade first. I will kill that. And the reason is, it's very annoying. Don't think we need this for now. We can always get it back with the Mourner Surprise. Now Vraska is very strong, reason being, you don't really care about the artifacts, but it's a copy of the token, of the creature, which means it also has the effects. Okay, well he seems to have nothing. I'll just play this one. I'd rather keep the Assassin up for when something useful. Wonder what he has. Right, well, can we kill that? It has ward 2, so we can't. That's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. We lack mana. Do we go wide? I think I just want to use my mana as much as I can, so I will make 2 tokens, get this back. And yeah, well, we only needed 1 more mana. And now we can probably just build out his board, which is very annoying. So us missing our 5th land was pretty catastrophic there, because we didn't get to tether. Please, a land of the top. Okay. Well, I think I just have to try it. If he has a counter spell, I think I'm going to be very sad. Doesn't seem like it. So I might as well settle these 2 to get in for some scry. Now it gets in 1 less lifelink, but yeah, I wouldn't mind another land. Okay. Next turn we have Gigapede and Assassin. We can get in with a nice... Okay, well, I think we're just going to kill that. And I think it's a good game. I mean, he can have the... Okay, well, he goes for a desert. I was going to say, if he goes for a forest, he could have the spell to make it indestructible. Good game. The Snakeskin Veil, which would have been a nice one. So about this deck, I think it took 2.5 minutes instead of 2 minutes. Or my math is very bad, but I think because of the what is it? The thing. What's it? Why can't I get it? I don't know the word. The cards entering and the cards leaving. I think that takes up about half a minute of all my card picking. So I think I actually did pick the cards in 2 minutes. And I couldn't have done it much faster anyway. Wow, this is very nice. I will keep it. I actually got a 2-drop. It's crazy. Imagine them playing a very nice creature card on turn 3. We can get in for some double strike, okay. Might just tether anyway, depending on what they do. Wow. Yeah, I will not block those, thank you. I want to use my mana to the fullest. Next turn I will keep it back, and we can flash in the Rooftop Assassin to get this double strike. And also block. Unless he kills this, of course, which the odds are that he might. Yeah, okay, well, I hope he attacks with those two, then it might be a blowout. Or at least with one of them. I have to do it before blocker, so it is a risk. But I think it's the best play that I can do at the moment. Oh, of course, can it still target something? Oh, I cannot target something. Well, this is fine. Okay, well, that was my bad. Yeah, I thought it targeted anyway, but I can only target if something dealt damage. So, Bronco. That is something we're going to kill. I am going to sacrifice the... I should have attacked with the Vigilante, and but this way we get in for some more damage. There's something to say for attacking with the Vigilante first and then just sacrificing it instead of the Keykeeper. But it feels like a race, so I don't really care about the Keykeeper. Sterling Keykeeper? Sterling Hound. What is Sterling? Does Sterling have a meaning, or is it a city? I don't know anything about the lore of the game. I'm so bad. No, I won't block. I should be gaining some life every turn. It's also very nice. I'll just play it. I'm going to keep on my planes in case they do have some way of making us discard a card. I think that yeah, there is a way to discard cards in the set. I don't really care about the trade. Okay. Keeping up the planes. And the odds are that next turn we can remove something and have lethal, depending on what they play. I cannot sacrifice itself, which is pretty unfortunate. So a small creature would be aces. Okay, well, there's no small creature. I'm just going to attack with everything. I mean, he can double block this, but then he dies, so he has to spread blocks. So it will probably be Roadrunner, Lawbringer and Chump with the Duelist, which makes sense to me. Okay. That means he has Take Up the Shield. Murder! Would you look at that? regain some life. I'll just play this as a normal creature. Don't think I will. Wouldn't do with it if I were you. Okay, well, let's just see if we can tether that. Even if he does have a kill spell, it's... I mean, there is something to say to keep up the tether for, you know, his turn, because we did have decent attacks, but we didn't target it yet, so I wonder what he has. Wow. Yeah, well, he's still dead. Was it only instant and sorcery, no ability? Yeah. Well, tether wins. If it actually was a instant spell, it would have been rather painful, because then he could redirect it to our flyer, for instance. So tether was just great there. Nice top end, top deck. All right, 5 and 1. This is looking pretty nice. Now the good thing about if you play a set a lot is not only that you get better at playing the set, but also if you win, you get all the packs, and I think pretty much all the Outlaws of Thunder Junction packs now give me 20 gems each, which is pretty nice. No. Still not great. I really need, well, we do have a 2-drop. I think we'll keep this. I love these lands. They're pretty. Two-drop, please. Yeah. Let's go. So next turn we can either get in for some first strike damage or just normal damage. I mean, both is fine. I think I'll just roll this out. Maybe I should have played it before combat anyway. So I could get in for first strike. Yeah, and scry. I should have. Because I wanted to make sure to have a land here. Can't kill this. So I'll just play the Vault Plunderer. Draw a land, hopefully. That is a land. I will offer the trade with the Lawbringer because we can get it back. We'll get a land later, I hope. Yeah, the reason of it being fine, I think next turn we can Baron, we can get the Lawbringer back with the surprise. That's also... I hope he doesn't make a copy of it, right? Okay. So we don't have any good attacks anymore. We could remove this. I think it has priority actually. Killing this. I don't want them to draw any more cards. Now, let's just see if now we can actually... I shouldn't... Now I want to keep the land on top. Yeah, because I want to make sure we draw some... Can do more things a turn next turn. Or I mean a turn after that. Would have preferred the plains though, but still. Next turn I will do Mr. Baron. Yep. What's up with all the duelists? Everyone's playing them. So this turn might be a bit of a boring turn. But I think I will still offer trades and stuff. I'm fine with stuff dying. I want to try and keep an empty board. Next turn we can probably get in for 3, unless they play a 3-drop now, with the treasure. They do? Oh, they plot something else? What is it? A big dragon. Okay, so maybe we want to keep up the Lawbringer. Let's just get in for some damage first. Is there a point of keeping this a secret that we can get the Lawbringer back? I don't think there is. Now we have more creatures on the board. We can pump stuff and we can sacrifice things. And I don't think it really matters if he plays this, and we can actually kill it anyway. Okay, sure. He might have something, but at this point I don't really care. And if he does something, that would be a very nice top deck. Okay. Now we'll probably attack with everything, so next turn we might have lethal. So he's at 3. We can tether the dragon. Okay, he's at 5. We can still tether the dragon. Why wouldn't you play that? Okay, so let me just think, which is a serious affair. We have 7 mana. I'll just attack with everything. Okay. That's fine. Next turn we have lethal, as it is now. I'm not sure. Why wouldn't he play that last turn? I'm just thinking, is there a reason? Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep pressuring them. Now I can actually attack. If he blocks with the Desperado, I will use the Gigapede. And now he has to play 2 cards to still live. Okay, good game. Alright. This might be the last game. So after 1 loss at the start, I think it was the first game we lost, it turned out pretty well. So, might be the last game, and if we actually do get this, we will trophy in diamond with a 2.5 minute deck. Now, I'm not going to pat myself on the back, but I think that's rather impressive. And if you thought so too, like and subscribe. But I'm still open to feedback, by the way, mostly about the plays that I do. Now the draft was too fast, this is just a quick challenge. Oh my goodness. I'm very tired. Been busy in the garden all day yesterday. And I've been at family all day today. Which I must say is very nice, but they're small children, and if you are a father, maybe sometimes that can just be very tiring. One minute. I hope if you are still watching, you skip past this, otherwise I should cut this out. I'm most of the time just too lazy to do any cutting. Alright, this might be our last game. Let's do this. This is nice. Very nice combination. Oh, I hope they don't go wide. This could be a very quick game. Ezio. I'm playing against Ezio. I love the games, Assassin's Creed ones. Must say, I think it was 3, which was probably the best. And then all the other expansions came out and kind of lost me on it. But I think they did a good job on the combat and stuff. Now, if he doesn't have a 3-drop or a 2-drop, this might end very badly for him. Okay, well, I think we have to go aggressive here. I'll just attack for 2 now, play the Sterling Keykeeper, and then just kill and tap anything that he has. And I hope they don't kill the Vigilante. And as I said, if I don't go wide, I think this can be a quick game. Sure. Do we kill that? Or do we just tap that? I think we just tap that. Keep up 2 mana for anything he plays. Can kill that, I think, but I think I'd rather kill the beaver. I hope he attacks with the Dazzler. I hope he doesn't kill our Vigilante. I hope he uses a fight spell. That would be nice. Oh, poor thing. Oh, poor soul. I am actually somewhat sorry. Yeah, he should attack. Because it's 4 damage anyway. Next turn, we can accident and make a token, pump the Vigilante, get in for 6. we might actually, if this resolves... Oh, we could have almost had lethal there, I think. Well, I think we just have to do this still. Next turn we can tap it. We can we? Yeah, we can. Okay, good game. We can play the Stagecoach Security, give everything Vigilance, attack with both, tap him in response before blockers, and win. Good game. Wow, well, this deck actually did very well. I didn't expect that. Thank you for watching. As I said before, if you like what I do, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And if you did see me do any misplays or you have a general feedback, I am very much welcoming it. Now, I will gladly claim just gems, and I will hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Dad's Drafts.